The roar of a lion is more than a sound. It is a force. It moves through the air like a rolling wave, touching everything in its path. When a lion roars, the savannah listens. The grasslands hold their breath. Every creature pauses. It is the language of power, and it is impossible to ignore. A lion's roar can travel for miles. It's a warning, a call, a message. It tells other lions, this is my land. It tells the pride, I am here. It tells intruders to stay away. No fence or wall is needed when the king speaks. His voice alone is enough. This sound is born deep in his chest, pushed out with strength and pride. It is a sound that has echoed for thousands of years, across generations, across continents, across the endless plains of Africa. In the still of the night, the roar grows even louder. The stars shine above. The wind sweeps through the dry grass, and then it happens, a deep, thundering roar that shakes the darkness. Hyenas stop laughing. Elephants turn their heads. Buffalo freeze in place. Even the birds fall silent. It's as if nature itself is bowing its head to the king. The lion roars not because he must, but because he can. It is his right, earned through strength, through battles, through survival. He does not need to be seen to be felt. His voice reaches places his paws never will. It marks his presence. It spreads fear to enemies and security to those he protects. Every roar carries a story of power, a story of survival, a story of a king who walks alone but is never truly alone because the land belongs to him. The echo of his roar bounces off trees, over rivers, and through open plains. It lets others know where he stands, what he controls, and who he is. It is a sound that no other animal in the wild can match. Lions roar most often at night. When darkness covers the land, their kingdom grows. What seems quiet to the human ear is alive with whispers, calls, and roars. In the night, the lion's voice is its strongest weapon. It reaches across miles like a drumbeat in the dark. The king doesn't need to fight to win. Often, just his roar is enough to end a fight before it begins.
Though a small population also survives in India, known as the Asiatic lion. Unlike other cats, lions are social animals. They live in groups called prides, which usually consist of related females, their cubs, and 1 or 2 male lions. This social structure helps them protect their territory and raise their young more successfully. In a pride, female lions or lionesses are the main hunters. They work together, using teamwork to take down large prey, such as zebras, wildebeests, or buffalo. Meanwhile, male lions are responsible for protecting the pride from other predators and rival males. They might not hunt as much, but their presence is crucial for keeping the group safe. One of the most fascinating things about lions is their roar. A lion's roar can be heard from around 8 kilometers, 5 miles away. They use it to communicate with other lions and to warn intruders to stay out of their territory. When a lion roars, it's not just a sound, it's a message of power. Despite their strength, lions spend a lot of their time resting, sometimes up to 20 hours a day. They mostly hunt at night, so during the day they conserve their
A lion's roar isn't only a threat, it is also a bond. Within the pride, it pulls them together. Females and cubs recognize it immediately. It tells them the leader is near and that they are safe. The cubs grow up listening to that sound. To them, it is comfort. To others, it is danger. When rival lions hear the roar, their hearts beat faster. They know what it means. They know a powerful male stands ahead. They must think twice before entering. Every roar is like drawing a line in the sand. Cross it, and there will be a battle. But many do not cross. The voice alone is enough. There is a rhythm to the way lions roar. It starts low, deep, almost like thunder, building far away. Then it rises, wave after wave, stronger and sharper. It climbs higher, then falls back down like a drumbeat, fading in the wind. The savannah knows that rhythm. It has heard it for centuries. No two roars are the same. Every lion has a unique voice, just like humans. To those who listen closely, the roar tells action, strength, and confidence. A young lion may roar loudly, but the roar of an experienced male carries something different. It carries weight. It carries certainty. It makes the ground vibrate in a way that only true kings can. A lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away. Imagine that. A single voice rolling across the plains, reaching other lions before they can even see him. It's not just noise, it's strategy, It's communication, it's power. When the night is cold and the stars are bright, the roar travels farther. The dry air carries it like a drumbeat across the land. Other lions answer back. It's not always a challenge. Sometimes it's just a message. I'm here, I hear you, I know my place, and you know yours. This exchange keeps balance. It prevents unnecessary bloodshed. It defines borders without a single claw raised. Sometimes, though, a roar means more. It's a challenge. When two males face each other from a distance, their roars are like two storms colliding. One begins, the other answers. Neither wants to back down. The night fills with their voices. The tension builds. Animals around them retreat into silence. Even the air seems heavy. A lion's roar can decide who lives and who leaves. Sometimes the louder, more powerful roar is enough to make a rival turn away. Sometimes it is the opening act of a brutal fight. Either way, the roar always comes first. It's the language of kings. The lion is not the largest animal in Africa. It is not the fastest, but its roar is unmatched. It gives him something few animals have: presence. A single roar can make the land feel smaller. It can remind every creature that this is not just any space. This is a kingdom. When cubs are born, their world is small. But the first thing they learn to recognize is their father's roar. It becomes the sound of safety, of home. The females lift their heads when they hear it, knowing the protector is near. This connection is not taught. It's felt. Even the wind respects the roar. When a lion stands tall, mane flowing in the breeze, chest full of breath, and lets out that earth-shaking sound, it's as if the world pauses. There is no need for words. The roar speaks for him. The lion's roar is also a reminder of nature's balance. It keeps rivals in check. It keeps the pride together. It shapes the landscape without touching it. It is both a sword and a shield. It defends, it warns, it commands. As lions age, their roars change. A young male's roar is full of energy, fast, loud, eager to prove itself. An older male's roar carries history. It's slower, heavier, deeper. It speaks of battles won and lands defended. Even as his body weakens, his roar can still command respect. One last roar can echo through the night like a memory that refuses to fade. Long after a lion has left this world, other lions still react when they hear recordings of his roar. His voice remains. It becomes part of the land. It becomes part of the story of the wild. That is the power of a roar. When humans hear it for the first time, they never forget it. It's not like hearing any other animal. It's something that travels through your chest and makes your heart beat differently. It is raw, real, and unforgettable. It is the sound of something greater than ourselves. The roar doesn't just belong to one lion. It belongs to all lions. It is their way of speaking to each other, their way of shaping the world around them. It is a sound that has ruled the savannah longer than any human language has existed. As the night stretches on, lions roar to stay connected. Females answer with soft calls. Cubs stumble in the grass, listening. Rivals keep their distance. The land breathes with the rhythm of their voices. Every roar is a moment where the king stands tall, raises his head, and lets the world know he's alive. It's a moment of control, a moment of legacy, a moment that will echo long after the sound fades. And when the first light of dawn touches the horizon, the roars slowly quiet. The lions lie down in the tall grass, but their voices still linger in the air. Their message remains. The roar of a lion is something no one forgets. It's not just heard, it's felt. It's something that travels through your chest, into your bones, into your memory. Even when the video ends, even when the screen goes dark, the sound stays with you. That's the power of the lion. This is the roar that commands a kingdom. This is the roar that silences the savannah. This is the roar that no one can ignore. And this is the lion's roar, the roar you will never forget.